Thank you. The name of my poem is Aim, like aim. You're not going to believe this story, but this is what he said. Elvis was a Negro. And I asked him how did he know, and you're not going to believe this other story either. But then he said quite casually, because Money, Mississippi rhymes with Tupelo. And that was the end of the show, and the credits start to roll. And I noticed my name in a slot, Shot Fired, directed and produced by. So start here if you're not leaving this theater at this time. Popcorn, pop culture, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, a $15 bill and some big change, a red rocking chair seat covered like chocolate-covered candy yesterday, full of milling around coffee brown people. Everyone in America lives downtown on a coffee shop corner just like this, pretending to be more important than we is, not are, just us, Jesus. The girl sitting across the table from me is white, and she, this whiter than Beverly Hills white girl, thinks I'm crazy. I have no reason to disagree. I just missed my ride home a long time ago. So to her I simply say, make no mistake about this or about that. I am a crook, but I'm not trying to steal your heart. But would you listen anyway to my little episodes of little consequence? Just a dead man talking, I guess, a monologue menu for two, just me. Another yellow Tuesday morning room, Beverly Hills blessing poured into the design of a Gucci handbag. Would you pull your hair back in disappointment? Would you still smile as you leave your coat hanging exactly where it is? Would your little white Beverly Hills jacket even notice the idea of being left alone? Hard luck, love, is hard. Count your blessings. I have no blessings to count, and frankly, my dear, if I may steal a line from a movie, I don't give a damn. The cardboard cutout shape of another Hollywood hillside heart, 53 yards downrange. You are a pretty girl, you know that. But the yellow smell of eggs over easily buried by the welcome stance of bacon, wheat toast, and grits gets the better of us. Jesus. Tuesday, the morning of, our coffee city bus stop menu of forgot finally to wake up. Take note. Coffee house, coffee cup, coffee-colored man picking up coffee, morning trash, plastic purified bottles, and unfiltered cigarettes, butts of opportunity. My complexion, the disagreement of, the twisted aesthetics of a twisted windstorm, twisted around a twisted tall cup, house blend, the whole world of cigarettes smoking like buses on an overcrowded street, toilet paper people just walking by, the stain and sting of a forget-me-not rose. Why are you so disappointed with the way your eyeliner lines up today? A no question mark statement states, the doctor tried to change him at birth, but the Ed Sullivan television show showed up wrong as bad weather on a bad weather day, the disappointment of falling. Don't be cruel, the cameraman said. Shoot him from the waist up. But he, Elvis the pelvis, Aaron Presley, by then, was already painted black velvet black. This world did not want that world to see that boy move from the waist down like Chuck Berry, like Jackie Wilson, like Little Richard, like good golly Miss Molly, moving like Willie Lee. Well then, there now, he, like me, forgot to forget, yet we all remember the center of an American-born Memphis City aim, shot and killed Martin Luther King Boulevard for nothing more than praying to a deleted god of coffee-colored garbage workers, the year of no choice. April showers brought to it bullets of disappointment. James Earl Ray, A Holiday in Money, Mississippi, that year of our Lord, 1968. Are you starting to get my point? The present tense makes no sense. All voids in Memphis are filled with the question mark of Graceland. But the questioner who gets shot more times than not, you now just ask the Kennedy boys, ask Malcolm X, ask John Lennon to sing a cappella, Give Peace Another Chance. War, Not Peace, the novel. I too dream in camouflage. What if I offered no proof except the proof of Willie Lee and me not being able to prove anything beyond the ring and timbre of my own voice, the dead voice of a dead man? I don't want to be Bob Dylan. I want to glitter like Jimi Hendrix. I know we all want to live that carefully cultivated white corn cream crop life, but in America there's a cracker box credibility gap, a cryptogram money Mississippi gap. Well then, there now, I'm too broke to break another heart. You are a pretty girl, you know that, but tell me this, why are you so disappointed with the shape of a fork, a spoon? The dictionary of dark nights, love me tender, never wanted to be Keith Moon or Pete Townsend. The who has always been your favorite question. Sip now slowly, my dear house blend days. The end is no season to exist until. If a circle is big enough, wrong eventually turns again into being just as wrong. Forget Keith Moon, forget the glow. I know you have to go, but please don't. You are in the crosshairs of a scope, and I hope you know that. You're a pretty girl, but why are you wearing a dress that refuses to fit? And have you not noticed the rains of good no reason have stopped counting raindrops in America? By the way, what did you say your name not was, and where are you not from anyway, and how long have you lived on Shadow Street, and how long have you been so disappointed with the way a digital recording claims to be purer than a clock that knows no better? What kind of music do you really listen to when you drive down the freeways of LA? What if California is a synonym, a suitcase, a road trip acronym for not listening to the sounds a tire makes in the rain? The stain of forgetting that you do not take sugar in your coffee. Your life is sweet. Life is always sweet when you do not listen. We know what a radio sounds like when the batteries are dead, but when the batteries are low, somehow we just don't know. Disappointed again, Elvis was not playing in Vegas yet. They were aiming to go to Memphis, the only city in America with no city limits. But what if Beale Street could not talk, and Memphis was still not located in Egypt, and Elvis was not buried in a white Cadillac? Would Martin Luther King still be dead? Would that Negro gospel church window still be open? And would that little white boy with beautiful blue-black velvet hair still be there praying to a Negro God, please, dear sir, pretty please, let me in, I'm Elvis? But the Ed Sullivan Show did not know that shade of that kind of white-skinned. Money, Mississippi, a jukebox flipped, a quarter, an aim. The aim of a blind man is just as straight. Just now, asked the 5 blind boys of Alabama, asked Emmett Till, asked the Scottsboro boys, asked the Memphis 3003. But don't ask me, ask Willie Lee. The policeman said, we aim to do right by you, boy, and then he locked Willie Lee up for life because he had a white wife. No life, no lie, no bail, no mention of parole, no mention of money in Money, Mississippi. Now, audience, if you will, I'm talking to you now, tired of talking to the hills of Beverly. Dear audience, bring to me, please, your attention. Fold yourself into the story of Willie Lee retold, amazed, the syntactical arrangements of a twisted windpipe. You can't get out either, can you? Listen, a wall, a street, a stock, a market, 3 cups of Dead Sea salt, and a whole lot of sugar, all poured into the coffee brown summer breeze, blended. The recipe for a piece of cake, right? Listen, all music is religious except religious music. Life is good, just like a t-shirt, but I don't want to be Bob Dylan. I want to glitter like Jimi Hendrix. Are you starting to get my point? The present tense makes no sense, but an outline makes it easy to compose an easy essay. Journal entry number 16, no shirt, no shoes, no niggers, no problem. That's life in America, and in America life is good, just like a t-shirt. God was too busy to decide, thus a long avenue coffee cup ride carries most of us from paycheck to payday. By the way, what church do you believe in? And when was the last time you changed dark shadows with a dark stranger? And what is a denomination anyway? Is it a comma or a question mark or a missed cell phone call from God? Is it the exit steps of your self-service soul-saving station? Deliberate alliteration? The price of love has always been higher than the price of gas. Coffee, no sugar, no cream, black on black crime ain't worth a dime. Would say nickel, but nickel doesn't rhyme with preacher or policeman. I despise both equally, just like Willie Lee on TV, the nightly news, for helping some poor white lady carry her pocketbook to her car, a good Samaritan. Poor Willie Lee, like Elvis, he tried one time too many. Now back to you, my dear pretty one. Did someone tell you to paint your toenails that awful red? And are you too asleep, still in bed, still not listening to the clang of a single earring? Have you not heard a word I've said? Because I haven't said anything. And in your head, I am dead as the relationship of falling off of a cliff. But that's all right, mama, because there's a whole lot of shaking going on in Money, Mississippi this morning. Do you like Miles Davis? Do you like Monk? Should we order now, or should we just sit here and listen to this awful tablecloth service, table for two, this kind of blue silent music? Please do not love me tender anymore, hippie music. Woodstock is dead, and the Monterey Pop Festival just floated out into the Pacific Ocean. And why are all those people standing at the door of Wall Street just now as we speak? And why have you not taken one sip from your coffee cup? What did you say your name not was? And who did you say decided to label you in such disappointment? And what's with your hair anyway? Answer me this. What if the world is not round for the same reason children think it's flat? What if evolution is a circle? What if right-wing politics in America is all the proof we need? What if Neil Young was still young and Kent State was just another expensive university? Would 4 dead in Ohio not be 4 dead in Ohio quite yet? Who shot Robert Kennedy anyway? The present tense does not make sense. And Wall Street ain't exactly located on Wall Street, if you get my drift. If you don't, please make this mental note. In America, I work the night shift. So why am I talking in circles when all questions are square? Have you ever been to Chicago? Emmett Till was from Chicago before they laid him to rest in Money, Mississippi. Taste now the white rice steaming, deeming the unnecessary necessary. Polytricks in America. Something is burning on Wall Street, yet most of us don't smell any smoke. Patrick Henry said, "Give me liberty or give me death." Guess what America gave him? Sign your own, John Hancock. Toilet paper people just walking by. Back to my bar again. I need a drink, talking to myself. If you people want to listen, then listen. Yes, I said you people, because I've been to church and I've seen pretty boy preachers selling Jesus in the name of God and Girl Scout cookies. I too eat too many, yet also I know the simple economic logic. If you can buy this, you can buy that. The syntactical arrangements of a twisted windpipe. By any means necessary, find a hammer and a nail and nail another nigger to the refrigerator. An alligator's aim is pure. Are you starting to get my point? The present tense does not make sense, but the past tense can be revised. Check this revision out if you're still listening. How many times can you say fuck in 6.5 seconds Central Standard Time? Who the fuck was Emmett Till, and why the fuck the newspaper on the front page, Alabama sometimes? And what the fuck was he doing at the bottom of the Tallahatchie River with the fucking 32-inch cotton gin tied around his neck, with his fucking eye gouged out for looking sideways at a white woman? And what year was 1955? And where the fuck is Money, Mississippi anyway? Black and broken, why are we all still sleeping on the sidewalks of this sideways city so many years removed? Do you ever listen to James Brown or Jackson Brown or that country band Sawyer Brown when you're at home alone trying to figure out how to buy some real love? What do you really think that poor white woman felt the night they found Emmett Till at the bottom of the Tallahatchie River? Do you think she realized that apparently one of his eyes was still open and that one eye was still looking at her because she was so white and so pretty? Someone needs to write a book and leave out all the pages to get this shit to make sense. Excuse me for wearing white boy socks that slip beneath my soul. I know I talk mainly to brick walls. It's hard to listen when you're too busy catching coffee cups of rainwater. You are aiming to purify yourself, but an alligator's aim is already pure, and I already told you that. Just like a blind Republican on welfare living in a trailer park can't find a job, voting against himself when he votes against himself, doesn't even know that. No big sin, his trailer park guard will make a way. Cockfighting and methamphetamine is the same religion. He worships Marlboro Lights as he lights up another homemade pipe bomb, the same bomb that blew up Oklahoma City. Allow me, if you will, to tell you this. Across the street, where Wall Street crosses Main Street, there's a crossed out crosswalk crossword puzzle. One down, like the taste of an aspirin. 13 across. American school, number one problem, 19 letters, incompetent teachers. 19 letters, a perfect fit if you quit. Willie Lee dropped out in the 11th grade because he had a fourth grade education. Public schools in America is the blackest of all black on black crimes. Black on black crime ain't worth a dime, would say nickel, but it doesn't rhyme with rap music, does it? Y'all know Notorious Big and Tupac, don't you? To this, listen also, please. Short story. Biggie shot, then killed Tupac. Tupac shot, then killed Biggie. Two hooded homeboys buried in the same Cadillac black Escalade SUV. Two cities murdered, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, TV timeout, go and get another beer. Both initiated, manipulated, perpetrated, orchestrated by the same FBI, the Federal Bureau of Roping a Mule. We ain't no fool, Willie Lee told the census taker. Maybe ain't nobody dead. Elvis only said, thank you very much, but nobody actually saw him leave the building. Has time really not changed its mind? Look at the bottom of your own shoes. Were they too made in China? Question, why are we closing down Main Street around every corner in America where a factory used to be? We all drive foreign into a foreign night. Toyotas, Audis, BMWs, Lexus, they all look just like us. Jesus, are you starting to get my point? The present tense makes no sense. And on the menu in your own kitchen, tonight, the announcement says, the Peruvian fish is fresh and crusted and seared to perfection. The only thing nowadays made in America is Bernie Madoff, and he made $1 trillion. Look at all those people standing on the front of Wall Street, and you wonder why your baby does not cry when placed in a Chinese-made crib. Walmart is a communist manifesto Negro. I go, you go, we all know the convenience of shopping without listening to elevator music in a Walmart Superman store. Let us now put our hands together and pray not to the Southern Baptist Jesus, but sing along with Arthur Miller. Walmart, Wall Street, Walmart can do what cannot can. Walmart, Wall Street, Walmart, the death of another American salesman. And what about our Chinese-made children? What are they up to these Chinese marble-made days? Outside playing? No. They're upstairs watching Chinese-made television, listening to Chinese-made rap music, eating Chinese food with chopstick, pencils, all at the same time, trying to download three-dimensionality into a one-dimensional attention span. Ring, ring, ring. It's your Chinese-made cell phone. It's the Chinese credit card marketing department. A pre-recorded message. You have been pre-approved to die in debt up to $20,000 worth of death insurance. Go online or call this 1-800 number. No need to give your Chinese Social Security number. We know exactly who you are and why you are just as broke as a brick. And you still don't know why your baby refuses to cry. I cannot tell you why. I'm a question mark myself. This is what I do know. F and U. 2 alphabets, the only 2 letters I remember from my elementary school reading book, and my teacher read them to me out loud. No, Dick, stop now, stop. Look, Jane, see Spot bite another nigger in the ass. Don't laugh. Listen to the way a cup of coffee brews strong enough, just black enough to change the course of a hurried wind back to the way it has always been. Nothing in America has changed since dear John Wilkes Wayne shot Abraham for sitting here in this same theater we are all in just now about to leave. So audience, please take off your Chinese-made sunglasses and listen to me for a moment. Yes, I know you have a wad of Andrew Jackson's and Alexander Hamilton's folded in your purse, your bill folder, your Tommy Hilfiger finest leather in the world, wallet made in Beijing, the Ming Dynasty. And just like Elvis, that's all right, Mom, because a whole lot of shaking is going on, and life is good like a T-shirt. The streets are crowded, the bus stops are full, and the toilet paper people are just walking by. You're happy, but your smile is fake like that same piece of cake. Wall Street can't wait for me to shut the fuck up. If I have offended you, and I'm not talking to you, my little pretty white girl without a name, you haven't heard a thing I've said anyway. Audience, I'm talking to you now. If I've offended you in any way, stepped on your toe in any way, upset you, made you feel uncomfortable in any matter or manner, sincerely, I do not apologize for the eyes in my head. The target is now dead, and that, my friend, if I may call you that, was my aim. Thank you.